Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Battlefield Waltz, continuing Lustin's route, and it has been a hot minute since I played this game. Because I've been trying to get ahead on other stuff. So like, yeah. And it was the weekend, and I don't record my Atome stuff on weekends, and now it's Wednesday. Because I didn't get my lunch break on Monday and Tuesday to record, so I'm like, shit, it's been like 4 days. So anyway, we're like in chapter 9, I guess. I don't remember what was happening, but like, anyway. Afterwards, I finished delivering the flowers and returned to Nirvana. Oh, did we just run into Salon and he's like, oh, Lustin's gonna quit the Hawks of Dawn. You need to stop being fidgety. What are you doing? You're going bonkers. Do you want petties? What do you want? Such a pain in the butt today. Oh, you're so cute. But you're gonna bite me because you got lots and lots of pin feathers. I say this all the time. You always have pin feathers. You do. You always do, but you won't let me get him out. He's like, you're molting constantly. He's like, look who's talking, lady whose hair falls out constantly all over the place. I know, but you know what? Don't be mean. You still have a little patch on the top of your little fucking head of these little pin feathers, and it just, it's this little white spot. It's just so sad. Makes you look a little scraggly. You look scraggly. It's a poor little scraggly bird. You're so cute. Anyway, come here. Finished delivering flowers, returned to Nirvana. But all I could think about was Lustin along the way. Yeah, well, I still didn't know what made Lustin decide to say that. I didn't want him to quit. But maybe Salon and I were just being selfish. There might be a secret reason why he wanted to quit. But it was upsetting that Lustin hadn't explained why yet, and it made me feel sad. And we got kidnapped by his brother, right? He told me to wait, but I didn't think... Hi, little lady. Chalet! While I was close to tears, a cheerful voice had me pushing them back. It's been a while, Chalet. Yeah, since someone never comes by anymore. Sorry, I've been busy. How was the detached palace of Hazard? I just heard it through the grapevine. I glanced around swiftly and then whispered, Who told you that? It's a secret. Just kidding, I'm actually quite close with the Hawks of Dawn. Sorry I didn't tell you, but you know why. Look at what I do. Remember when I asked you if you wanted to join? Oh, yeah. I didn't really think too deeply about it at the time, but look at you now. Maybe I have a talent as a prophet, too. You just might. We looked at each other and laughed. But I'm glad you were brought back safely. You really should be careful. Thanks. Well, I have to get going now. Right as I said that, you'll be in love before you know it. Those words came back to me. You're like, actually, you might have a thing as a prophet because something else you said. I shouldn't talk about that. Bye! Oh, did you want something? No, not really. It's not that at all, but... Well... what am I doing? No way it could be solved like this. Can I ask you something? Of course. Ask me anything. If a person's kind to everyone, is he simply kind to anyone? Oh, you mean those cowardly, gentle-looking men that are weirdly popular? Huh? Men who can't make up their mind are the worst. It annoys me just looking at them. Chalet? They pretend to be mature, but they're not. Oh, right. Summer Luna's coming this weekend. Have you found someone to go with? Chalet looked like he was enjoying this to the fullest. Why not just give it a shot? I'll pat you on the head if you end up failing. Do you actually know... Know what? You're so mean! Well, good night! He does know! No way! You can't convince me Chalet's not our like bisexual queen though, because I know he sits there over there like, oh, I love a cute girl, but then he was, oh, I just hate men who can't make up their minds, and that is something your gay bestie would say. He is giving like bisexual king energy, is all I'm saying. Like at least like come on. I don't know if you were talking to a normal guy friend, they'd be like, yeah, no, I hate guys who can't make up their mind. They'd just be like, I don't know about this shit. That is something your gay friends would say. Or your bi friend. I just come on. And they were panting. I don't want to pant. I ran from town to Nirvana's yard and caught my breath by the flower bed. I can't. Oh, Jesus. That's why I didn't want to pant either, because I was like panting. I'm like, then I'm going to yawn. I'm emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted right now, but we're powering through, man. It was Lustin. He looked like he was just walking around without any particular place in mind. Prince Lustin might quit the Hawks of Dawn. Lustin... It had to be related to the incident at the detached palace. If Lustin truly wanted this and had no regrets, then maybe it was best to not intervene. But at the very least, Lustin didn't seem like he was planning to quit it all. I should do what I can. Lustin, perfect timing! Oh, you're back from delivery. Yeah. You sure work hard even after what happened. Hey, Lustin, I forgot to mention it earlier, but I have a favor to ask. What is it? Could you call for a meeting tomorrow? I told you I want to thank everyone who saved me, didn't I? You don't have to. They didn't save you because they wanted thanks. I know they don't expect anything in return. I want to give my thanks properly anyway. Or do you not want to do that? Well, not exactly. But what? They aren't dumb. They probably found out that you're Shervin after what happened. We forbid women. You won't be able to be in the group anymore. Are you sure you want me to gather them? Oh, I'd completely forgotten about that. Of course they figured that out after hearing my voice and seeing my face. I'll no longer be in the group. But that's not his only concern, right? If, like, I still want to meet everyone. Because the thing is he's saying that, and that might be true, but that's his cover for trying to avoid it so that, we can't, like, well, he doesn't know we're going to do an intervention, basically, but, Oh, save file 2 here. Okay. Don't get dizzy. Ugh. Save. Okay. I still want to meet everyone. Well, after thinking it over, I gave him my answer. I know, but I still want to properly thank everyone. Fine. Then we'll meet tomorrow night. Okay. I'm going back to my room. Good night. Oh, I said good night too. Good night! I was like, why didn't it click? No, that was me saying good night. Wow. Lustin slowly walked away. I realized I like watching his back. It was a back I wanted to reach out to. I hate to see you go, but I like to watch you leave. I honestly didn't want to confess to the others that I'm a woman. I wanted to remain their teammate if I could. But that was only if Lustin was there. The Hawks of Dawn wouldn't the same without... Wow. I noticed before when it said I want to be their teammates. Like, you wouldn't pluralize that I'm their teammate. And then the Hawks of Dawn wouldn't the same. The Hawks of Dawn wouldn't be the same without him. Lustin... He was out of sight now. I sighed a little and headed to my room. The next night? No. Hey, trying to be gentle with your pin feathers. Okay, we're fighting Asaka. There's no lines. It's just, ow! I'm trying to be gentle, but I can't get them. You gotta sit and be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta have patience. My powerful downward slash sent Asaka's blade skittering away. We beat Asaka. That's pretty cool. Yes! I finally won against you! Whoa, you really did. He picked up his katana and approached me. Congratulations. Just so you know, I didn't hold back or feel off today. Thanks, Asaka. We trained in combat almost daily. Some days I wielded familiar weapons. Other days I challenged myself with new ones. I'm sorry. I know you want petties, but you got so many pin feathers and I can't just pet you. I know, you don't understand. I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to hurt you, but you got so many pin feathers and it's like I can't pet you. Because I just tried to pet you gentles, but I keep hitting them because you got them all over. I know, I'm so sorry. And then you look at me with sad eyes like I just want petties. And it's like, but I can't pet because then you scream and bite me. It's not nice. I know it's not your fault because it hurts, but like, you want just snugs? You want just snugs? He's like, no, pet me. Okay, but like, okay, you want to just sit against my fingertips? Okay, you know what? You pet yourself. No, EA app, what are you doing? Go away. My EA just opened. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway. At first, I couldn't win against anyone, but I gradually got stronger and... You're showing real improvement. Instructor! You seemed hopeless at first, but I'm no longer worried about that. Thank you. Defeating Asaka means you might compete for top spots in the mock battles. Brace yourself and keep it up. Yes, sir. I didn't rely on Wilhelm at all, but it was also thanks to him. I clearly remembered the sword's movements from the incident with Instructor Gustav. I could now move without any hesitation. You two are dismissed. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. As Asaka and I headed toward the exit, I noticed Lustin and Richard sparring. Looks like Lustin's not doing great. Abel and Lustin are usually more consistent, so it's easy to tell when they're in bad shape. I wonder if he's feeling sick. Maybe... Hello. You seem to be doing well. Hello, Ignis! Lady Ignis, I didn't know you were here. I've been at the training grounds. You really have improved. Thank you for your kind words. I wanted to know how you were doing after the incident in Vihazard, but I'm relieved to see you're doing fine. Unlike that prodigal prince... Oh, it seemed like Lady Ignis had noticed. Well, but he'll have to face it soon. You mean Lustin, right? Yes. Lady Ignis glanced over at the arena. King Sarazar of Azul is concerned that war will break out in Vihazard at this rate. Huh? Worst case scenario, they might invade Azul. But that's... I couldn't say anymore. I felt ashamed of my short-sightedness, but the idea itself was terrifying. I mean, it makes sense that we're not gonna have... that we're having Vihazard be the problem here, because that's Lustin's home ground, and Romua was the one... You know, you thought Romua was going to be the overarching in all the routes, but at the same time, it's oddly specific. We now know it's specific to Abel. In a way, King Sarazar is even less merciful than we are. And depending on how Vihazard reacts... Please stop! I'm sorry. Did he tell you something about it? I shook my head. I knew it. And that boy has always been secretive. Lady Ignis squinted mischievously. Lady Ignis, does that mean that you're aware of it? About the boy's secret nightlife? Of course I am. The three monarchs are as well. What? And just think about it. They're a group of formidable guys in Frontier. Who wouldn't want to know their identities? Suspicious ones would be dealt with. Promising ones recruited. That's the way it is. And that makes him immature. He still thinks we don't know. Or maybe he does know and is just being stubborn. I feel like it's he probably does know, but I think his being immature and stubborn and all those things, like, it's part of the act, you know what I mean? Because he's trying not to overshadow his brother, because his brother's got, like, weird Lustin issues, you know? And so he's trying not to like, step on his toes. He's like, I'm not trying to take the throne. I'm not trying to do this. So he would just act, he's still gonna act kind of flippant and like whatever, you know? So he would be like, yeah, I'm sure they know, but I'm just pretending I don't know because it keeps up with the, oh, he's just immature and like whatever, not paying attention. So, sorry. Then you know everything. Don't get me wrong, we have no intention of punishing that prince, but we're curious to see how his justice plays out. I do believe that Lustin has a strong sense of justice, but he still hasn't made his final answer. To be honest, I was surprised at what happened at the palace, too. Baldia's suitability for kingship has been a frequent topic of discussion. He's like the queen, quiet and thoughtful, but also melancholic and lacks initiative. His younger brother was the exact opposite. We knew this would happen one day. I'm eager to see what decision he'll make. Now then, I guess I'll go bully Posh. Oh, Lady Agnes smiled elegantly and walked away. I like that she's going to go bully Posh. Lustin's final answer. He was agonizing deeply all by himself. We got to force him to talk to us. Come on, stop being that kind of guy, you know? Oh my god, guys don't pick flowers. That'd be so gay. Girls wouldn't think that's sexy. Yes, we would. I'm just going to agonize in the corner all by myself because that's what men do. No, dumbass. Like, I mean, I get it. You got to find someone that you trust to open up to, and it's a heavy topic, so whatever, but still. He was trying to find a solution that wouldn't make others worry about him, for his own dignity. Solon and I both knew this was an act of kindness, but he didn't realize this selflessness was what made us sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for lying to you all. Once I revealed the truth, I wanted to thank everyone. I let down my hair in the cellar. I'd ignored the rule and joined the group, so I braced for the jeers. I was afraid of what might have happened next, but everyone was surprisingly quiet. They just stared at me. I mean, to be fair, they're, oh, damn woman, it's gonna be like, no, pretty tough, you know? You think, but I'm really thankful that you came to save me and my friend. A simple thanks isn't enough, so please know that I'm truly grateful. I'm so sorry for lying to you. I bowed my head as low as it would humanly go. I didn't mean to deceive you, but it ended up that way. I mean, I absolutely did mean to deceive them, so saying I didn't mean to deceive you is kind of disingenuous, because, you know what I mean? Like, we absolutely did mean to deceive them and pretend to be a guy. It's not like we just walked up and they're like, hey, dude, you want to join? And we're like, wasn't my intention to lie and pretend I was a dude, but you assumed and I just went with it. It's, we purposefully dressed up like a guy and pretended to be a guy to deceive you so that I could join the group. So, you know. I didn't mean to be a dick about deceiving you, but I absolutely meant to deceive you, you know. I saw you save a woman before down at the port, and since then I've wanted to join you. I'm prepared to take any kind of reprimand. My apologies, everyone. I bowed one more time. Finally coming clean, young lady? Huh? We knew that from the beginning, girl. Huh? We could tell from your voice and waistline, so we thought you were the boss's girl. Huh? You are, aren't you? Wait, no, I'm not. I kind of forced him to let me join. I glanced over at Lustin, who came here to... we came here together, but we've been... but he had been smoking a hookah on the couch. I know, I was trying... That's a really deep down, tuft in the feathers, pin feather, and I was trying to get it, but I can't focus on that and reading at the same time. I know. I've been gently trying to get him. You let me get a couple. I got tons of birdie dander all over my pants now. I know, but then you get mad and bitey. But every once in a while, you are like, yeah, I love the necky rubs. And then I can get in there and gently break some of them up. I know, I was trying to help you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, you want me to help you. You want me to help, but then you it's gonna hurt. I know it might hurt a little bit. I'm not doing it on purpose, though. One of these days, I'm just gonna do what I always do, and I'm just gonna grab you and force you to let me help you. It's nicer if you just let me help you because then you're more relaxed and I can get to the feathers on your neck better. If I hold you, then you get very tense and you're like, ah! And then it's harder to get to those feathers. You just need to learn to relax. Relax. I wish there was like a little birdie brush that would like help pick apart the little pin feathers. But like, you look so mangy. Do you have to go potties? All right, hold on. It hasn't been up here that long, but we'll go. People are going to have to wait for a second. And you have to wait. And we have to hope that the headset doesn't unplug because we're having and I just threw my remote as I was trying to get up. And we're having the same problem we had before with our old headset thing, that it's pulling out when we barely touch it. Good boy. Like I know, and I'm like, seriously? I replaced my headset cord with a new one that would fit tighter into my cable, like thing, and now it's falling out just when you. Okay, it didn't fall out. It's falling out just when you barely touch it now, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why will these not stay? And I'm like, I know I plug and unplug my headset constantly, but what the fuck? Like, I can't leave my headset plugged in constantly, but like, it's really annoying that like, if you look at it wrong now, again, it's starting to the point where like, you barely touch it and it'll fall out, like fall loose. And it's like, I do not want to keep having to buy one of these every few months to fit it because it's getting stripped or whatever. And it's like, that's so fucking annoying. It shouldn't be like this. But I also don't have a USB port I can plug into because I only have 2 on this fucking computer. So it's like, I guess I have to try a Type-C one and hope that will stay in better, you know? But it's like so annoying because it's like, I mean, I have been plugging in my phone, which is a Type-C, you know. I've plugged my headset in and out of my phone consistently, constantly for like 5 fucking years. And I don't just like shake and my headset thing doesn't just fall out. So why the fuck does it do this on my computer? Like, what the balls? So annoying. Anyway. Yeah, glanced. Okay, yeah, we read that. But I'm glad you're safe. We were all worried sick when we went to get you. Oh, thank you. Are your injuries better now? Yeah, they weren't serious, so I couldn't help but continue to glance over at Lustin. But he showed no signs of joining the conversation. Maybe I should ask this now. May I still be a member of the Hawks of Dawn? I'll dress in men's clothes and work on... I need to tell you all something important. Lustin interrupted me and slowly stood up from the couch. The room suddenly fell quiet. Tonight, I'm leaving the Hawks of Dawn. No one said a word. The members quietly sighed and groaned under their breath while glaring at Lustin. Ooh, glaring. This might come as a surprise, but I've made up my mind. You all are strong enough. You can keep protecting the town without me. The new boss will be... No! I don't want that! I'm against this. It's not just me. Everyone here must feel the same. But no one will go against you. That's why you said it, right? Salon. It's about Prince Baldir, right? But what are you going to do after you leave the Hawks of Dawn? You are going to return to Vihazard, are you? Don't tell me you're going to flee to another continent. Huh? Prince Leston, are you... Everyone wore the same shocked expression, their mouths agape as they stared at their boss in disbelief. Lustin? He was still looking at his feet silently. The small cellar felt eerily quiet. I don't want this. Salon... Prince Leston, I think it's time you made a decision. He's the only one who'll be happy with you gone. Of course, I have no right to tell you what to do. But without you, Prince Leston, what'll happen to Vihazard? Do you really think he should be the next king? That's kind of interesting, because it's one of those, like, okay, Lustin left. Vihazard came here so that, like, Baldir wouldn't feel threatened by him, because he had no intention of, like, usurping his brother's throne, right? Or right to the throne. But Baldir is still so fucking jealous of him that now he's like, I'm just going to disappear and whatever. And it's like, but then to everyone's point, it's like, you're trying to stay out of his way, but he's a cunt and maybe you need to get in his way and like shove him into a pool of sharks or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe you need to actually step the fuck up. You didn't want the throne. You weren't going to do anything about it. You're like, my brother's got the throne. Cool. But your brother sucks at this and you're actually good at this and you need to, you know. And like you could, if it was in a situation where Baldy was like, I really don't want to be king. And Lustin was like, I mean, I'll do it. Okay, cool. And they agreed on that. But Baldia obviously thinks he deserves it and it's owed to him as the firstborn. But he sucks at it and can't recognize that. You know what I mean? And I mean, probably also everybody fawning over Lustin for, oh, he's so much better at it. He's better at this. He's better than you, is going to make Baldy a little fucking nutter butters. Okay, fair enough, you know? But, you know, it's, so the sibling rivalry, Lustin's just trying as hard as he can to stay out of Baldia's way and vision, but it's just not working. So he's going to flee to a continent, and then everyone's like, that's not going to solve anything. Because, like, your brother's a psycho. Don't. Like, it's your job to save us all. Lustin. Oh, that was me. I thought Salam was saying it. But anyway, Lustin. Anyway. Oh. I'll follow him. He just left. Oh, we got to chase him down. Chase the boyfriend down. It didn't take long to find Lustin. He was standing alone at the port. His silhouette cut a painfully lonely figure in the darkness. It was suffocating. I hesitated with each step I took. I hadn't realized how much was weighing on Lustin's shoulders. He always encouraged me so cheerfully. Lustin, I was scared to call his name because he might push me away, but I knew you'd come. Huh? I had a feeling you'd chase after me. Lustin smiled, but he looked on the verge of tears. This was where we first had gelato, when I was still new. You're not going away, right? You just haven't mentioned it yet, right? You'll stay at Nirvana, and with the Hawks of Dawn, too. He didn't respond. Lustin just gazed back at me. Please, Lustin, you have to. CG time? Oh, look at him holding us. It's beautiful. I can't. Lustin's weight pressed against me, pinning me in place. His warm breath spread over my neck, making me shiver. Lustin. Looks like I have to tell you every detail. I felt relieved. I was so happy I nearly cried. I thought he wouldn't have to suffer alone anymore. I slowly wrapped my arms around him, surprised at the breadth of his back. It felt much broader than it looked. It's boring, it's gloomy, and I bet you'll hate it. You still want to know. I nodded deeply. Lustin laughed and shrugged his shoulders slightly before he began. Do you take after your father and mother more? Me? I don't know. Families in town are either identical or don't resemble each other at all, huh? Oh, Guido and Colette are a good example. They look and act completely differently, but they're so close. I resemble my father, the current king of Vihazard. While my brother resembles Mother. I didn't care about that when I was young and we were close. My brother was the crown prince, so he'd been taught kingcraft since he was young. Well, I didn't have to do that. I had no interest in the throne. But after I turned 16, things started to change for the worse. Nobles and ministers split into factions and debated brothers' suitability as king. It was a pain, so I came to Nirvana. It was exactly what I heard from Salon. I had no insight or experience to know what kind of a person was fit to be king. I don't know. I feel like, while I also have no insight or experience to know what kind of person is fit to be a king, I don't think Baldia is one of the people that's fit to be a king, though. I don't know. I feel like maybe you shouldn't be a psychopath. You know, there are things that you're like, I mean, maybe these are things that I don't necessarily agree with, but just because of my personal preferences or thoughts on a matter doesn't make it right, you know? You're like, I like this color over this color. Your favorite color and your preference on a color or a topping on your ice cream doesn't make it the only one. Okay, you know? So like, we ain't building a sundae here, but a psychopath. I mean, what we've seen of Baldy, I just don't, that is not like we just have a difference on topping preferences. This is like, you are insane, and I'm thinking that's a bad thing. I don't know, you know? And not in the fun kind, where you're like, yeah, I don't know if he's fit to be king, because, like, I don't think he's thinking of, like, stuff, but, like, he's throwing parties every weekend, and this place is like a circus, and it's kind of fun. Probably not going to last long term, but we're having a great time. No. He is like, you're like, we're all in hell. This isn't good. How does it? No. You know? I'm just saying. But I can understand why they wanted him, because he was much more charismatic. Also not a psychopath. Aren't the ministers crazy too? There's no way I'd make a good king, but they kept trying to push me into it. Really? He might look like he's just drifting through life selfishly, but he puts himself last. He's always doing things for others. I'm not sure who said that. He's a fool. He ruined his reputation by staying out late, but he ended up... Oh, these are probably drunk dudes. I remember what Salon said. Oh, no, okay. He worked for someone else's sake. But that was why he... But you know what? I wasn't lying. Huh? I was actually pretty serious about it. If I succeeded at Nirvana and became a great commander, I would return to Hazard and become my brother's right hand. I could tell he was holding back tears, and I hugged him even tighter. This is what he truly wanted. So are we going to have the family confrontation where he's like, you need to stop being a psycho. I'll help you to be a better king. And then Baldy's going to be like, you know what? Actually, like all the psycho stuff I was doing, you're right. You're right. I should just let it go. And now we're besties. And like, you resolve this and you're like, I mean, resolving like your familial issues is one thing, but I don't think you can fix crazy like that. He's a psycho. This is not just sibling rivalry. You were gonna murder people. You're out there like, we should go to war. Like, that's not, you not hinged. And again, I'm not hinged either, but I'm at least unhinged in the fun way. Okay? Sometimes maybe not the fun way, but that's why I'm not in charge of shit. Okay, I'm not in charge of a country. Okay, it's I don't think I'd be good at it. I have the one thing Baldia doesn't: awareness that I am probably not fit for shit like that. Anyway, did I read that? I could tell he was holding back tears, and I hugged him even tighter. This is what he truly wanted. Okay. But after seeing him again at the detached palace, I didn't know what to say. He was mopey around the time I left Hazard, but it wasn't this bad. This is not mopey and then depressed. This is psychotic. It's not the leap that you make. Oh, I thought my brother could spend his days more at peace if I weren't there. And if the ministers found out I wanted to be a commander, they wouldn't make me king. I really thought so. But I was wrong. My brother hated me so much. And on top of that, he dragged all of you into this mess. Lustin, I didn't think he'd do that. That's why I was so surprised when I heard everything from all of you. It was... His words faltered and his arms around my neck tightened a bit. I know it's because he's hugging us, but it sounds like he's choking us now. He wouldn't covet the power of the cursed sword if I never existed. I don't think it's you, but also, even if you disappear, even if you go further away, he's still going to try to use us to draw you back. It's never going to stop. Running away isn't the answer. If I wasn't around, the throne throne would have been his easily. But he had this growing ambition to dispose of not only me, but also the current king, our father. And you're just gonna run away and let that happen? Sir? It was all my fault. No, I don't think you being born equals now my brother is crazy and wants to murder our father. That's. If I wasn't born, my brother wouldn't hate me. I mean, valid, yeah, because, you wouldn't be there for him to hate. But that's not on you still. That's still on your brother for being a psycho. And wanting to kill your dad is also not, I just. Are you okay? Winston, are you okay? So I started to think that my entire existence was unforgivable. I feel bad that you're taking all of this on your shoulders like this, though. My heart ached the moment I heard that. I have no siblings. But if Nina, who I love, thought of me in the same way... Do you remember the guy who was keeping watch over me? Yes. He was there on my brother's orders. I recalled the man who was observing Lustin from the shadows. He didn't do anything to me. He just kept an eye on everything I did. Why would he ever want to know what his good-for-nothing brother was up to? His self-deprecating words were something I couldn't ignore. That's not true. You know you aren't a good-for-nothing. You shouldn't talk about yourself like that. Anyway, I'm just glad you're safe. Of course, as the owner of the cursed sword, I know that it was bound to happen. Don't be stupid. Do you know how worried I was about you? He squeezed me tighter and it was heart-wrenching. If this was what trust was like, then I didn't want to doubt him again. I wanted to say so much, but I couldn't pull away from his embrace. I could feel the heat rising in my face. Lustin, about Prince Baldia, there's something I need to tell you. Your brother's a psycho and it has nothing to do with you. Oh my god. Why am I suddenly, almost as tall as him? But also, we are, inches from kissing. Are we gonna get the kiss? Is this gonna be a kiss? Is this turning into a kiss? Because this is a new CG, but I'm here for it. To me, what is it? I got nervous when his tone changed. I'd already informed the instructors, but this was also something that he deserved to know. It's not confirmed yet, but there's a chance that Prince Baldi is possessed by a Deimos. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I had suspicions, but I wasn't sure. That's true, I kind of forgot about that when she mentioned the dark power and it was like a Deimos, and then it kind of faded away and they didn't really go back more into it, so I kind of forgot about that. Valid. If he's possessed, then when they exorcise him of that demon, or, that dead spirit, whatever, because the Deimos is just like a wandering ghost, right? When they exorcise him of that, then he might go back to just being a little bitter about my brother, and then it's mopey and bitter instead of psychotic. And then Lustin will be like, I don't want to be king, I'm trying to be a good commander so I can be your right hand and help you out, man. And then you're going to be the king, and I'm just going to be here to help, And then Baldi will be like, oh, cool, I shouldn't have doubted you listening to the ministers and stuff. And I was like, listen, you and me, Lustin's going to be like, you, me, Baldi, we need to stand up against them. We're going to be an awesome duo. Cool. You know what I mean? And then everything will be resolved. Oh, and a little bow. Friendship is magic. Brothership is magic. So, okay, that makes sense. I could see that happening more than Baldi is a psycho and then Lustin has a conversation with him and then he magically becomes better, because you can't fix that kind of broken. Without a lot of fucking drugs and therapy, and it's not going to happen overnight. You know what I mean? But Abel's story wasn't really resolved either. It was I defeated my father and now I'm king. And it's okay. I mean, kinda. You still have to work on your daddy issues, but whatever. But like, how do you, with your brother issues, when your brother tried to kill a bunch of people, go, no, stop, you'll be king and I'll be your right hand man, and for him to go, okay, all right, bro, sorry I tried to kill your friends. Oops. You know what I mean? Like, but if he's possessed, then yes, we exercise the possession, and then I could see it working out. So, forgot about that. Valid, valid. Okay. What does that mean? Did something happen at the detached palace? No, not there. Then what? You heard from Salon that we were kidnapped around here, right? Yeah. I saw this black smoke when it happened. Black smoke? Oh, wait, you mean... Yes. The same kind we saw in the forest. I think so. Yuriana said she had never seen a Deimos before, but she was sure she witnessed black smoke then. No way. Lustin, do you remember what Tifalet said back at the tavern? Tifalet? Now that you mention it, he did say something about how Deimos feed on people with darkness in their hearts. Lustin gasped and stared at me. I mean, it should have been more of a gasp, but... You mean... Again, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it might be the case. Yeah, unfortunately it's highly likely. Lustin sighed and dropped his shoulders. Of course, it didn't solve anything, but I still wanted to believe. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't solve anything, but it gives you a really good excuse, I guess, for why he's acting the way he is. And, like, he has darkness in his heart, but, like, you can see where that came from. And it could have been erased if he and Lustin talked and discussed things and had a mature conversation, but Lustin was like, I'm just going to run away and make it easier. And, you know what I mean? Like, and to Lustin's, defense, you're young, you're not really thinking about it. You're like, I just don't want my brother thinking I'm trying to get the crown from him or whatever. And instead of like discussing it with him, you're like, I'm going to go, I'm going to be a commander, I'm going to do this, and then I'll come back and then we'll work it out. And it's like, yeah, you should have discussed it before, but like, whatever. Boys. Conversation, learn to communicate. That's the crux of all the issues in Otome games is communication, guys. But so yeah, he had darkness, but he probably could have gotten past it if he wasn't possessed. So now this could fix the rift between them. It could. Instructor Alias said he'd report to Queen Kiora. Force would be useless if the Deimos are involved. Right. But this is specifically about dealing with the Deimos, so I couldn't say what was beyond that. Even if magic could handle the Deimos, Lustin and Prince Baldia must resolve the feud. I know. Lustin, I have to deal with it in the end. Yeah. What choice would he make in the end? Perhaps Lustin still hadn't made up his mind yet. And that's the thing. Right now you're running, but the person you're running from is your possessed brother, not your real brother, But what about the Hawks of Dawn? Thanks. Huh? I feel a little better now. Sorry. I really should have told you this much earlier. No. Oh, look at the way he is. He gently tangled his fingers in my hair. Look, I just saw the way he cupped our face, but look at the look on his face. Oh, he is about to kiss us. Holy shit. Sorry. Hey. His low, sweet whisper left me short of breath. Sorry. I couldn't resist. Huh? I was gonna say this after everything with my brother was solved, but we're solved? Well, I guess I can't wait any longer. Oh. The sensation of his long fingers tracing down my cheek pulsed through my entire body. If you don't kiss me right now, I swear to God. Do you like me? She's like, ugh! I tried to twist away reflexively, but since he held onto my face, I couldn't look away. Answer me. Lustin, I like you. I couldn't hear the ocean waves anymore. Lustin's crimson eyes were close, reflecting my dazed expression. I love everything I know about you. What are you... You thanked me so sincerely for the anemones I gave you. You seemed to enjoy the gelato and sandwich we shared. That was... You joined me in my stupid hobby and stayed up all night with me. You were almost kicked out of the group by trying to get me to come out of my shell. Huh? Of course I knew. That's why I threw a little tantrum in front of you. No, that was to thank everyone. Yeah, I'm sure that's the truth, too. Either way, you never tried to save your own skin. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't testing you. But I came to realize I was just the kind of person you are. It's because tears began to flow. I didn't want him to see me cry from so close, but his hands wouldn't let me go. Because I didn't want you to leave. Everyone needs you, Lustin. This town needs you. I know it's tough with Prince Baldia, but I didn't want you to end it this way. So, the tears wouldn't let me continue. I was self-conscious that they were overflowing into Lustin's fingers. Yeah. That's why I fell for you even more. What about you? Tell me. Sam. No, go away! You're gonna go back, right? I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure Abel kissed us sooner than this, so... He slowly drew near. Maybe it was around this point. His face was so close that I wasn't able to see him clearly. I'm going to go fucking nuts. Do you hate the indecisive guy who dragged you into his family's mess and made you go through that terrible kidnapping? I was actually overjoyed when you jumped into my arms at the detached palace. We knew that. Was it an accident? Could it have been Salon or anyone else who came to rescue you? No. Oh, really? Yes. You know, I would have pinned you down on the spot if we were alone. Damn. That was, a really great idea, and I wish we had been alone. I was dizzy with embarrassment. I'd started to feel at ease, but that was no longer the case. Let me hear it. What do you think of me? Answer me and I'll give you a treat. Is the treat going to be a kiss, I hope? A treat? Yes. Lustin's finger traced along my earlobe, coaxing an answer from me. Do you like me or hate me? I squeezed my eyes shut. I like you. Good girl. You did not just good girl me. Stop it. Why does that make me want to fawn more? How? Okay. I don't think that's the first time he said it, but in this scenario right now, you're like, oh, stop. As promised, your reward. Oh God, it's gonna. Oh God, it is. Right, come back. Yeah, I love it. My eyes were closed, so I couldn't see Lustin's face. I felt something graze my lips. My knees went weak when I realized what it was. Not from unease, but from joy. Ah, hey, I love you. I've always wanted you. I wanted to make you mine. His lips moved away and then pressed down even harder. That... Stop. You can't say shit like that. I'm going to feel so guilty when we go to another route. Remember, from tonight on, you belong only to me. Okay. Sold? Uh-huh. And I belong to you. Stop it. Spacey's gonna go die in a corner. I can't handle it. I embraced Lustin tightly as I heard the waves crash again. Ah! Ah! So good! See, this was a little more decisive. Abel kissed us, then we're like, are we like, and then he gets mad at us and we're like, are we not? I don't know what's happening. And Lustin's like, from now on, this is happening. And you're like, okay. and he's not going to be shy about it. After that romantic night at the port, the Summer Luna Festival had arrived quickly. There hadn't been any Hawks of Dawn meetings. After I delivered the flowers to Guido, I asked him about it. Apparently, there hadn't been any recent gatherings. Lustin was the same as ever at the academy. I didn't necessarily want him to change, but after what happened at the detached palace, I wondered if it had all just been a dream. Whoa! Ah! Air back is wide open as usual. Lustin! How many times has this been now? You need to be more alert, young lady. I was just daydreaming a bit. By the way, are you free tonight? For you? God, yeah. Let's go to the festival together. Oh. Or are you already taken? I'm pretty sure the other night you said from this point on I belong only to you, so why would I already be taken? You're like, yeah, my other boyfriend asked me to go. Oh my god. Actually, I want to say that my other boyfriend asked me to go, but if you've got a better offer... Oh my god, Lustin's face. He'd be like, what? He'd be like, ha-ha! Don't sneak up on me again or I'm going to keep talking about other boyfriends and you're going to wonder if I'm telling the truth or not. No, I'm not. Great. Let's meet at 6 at Guido's place. Sounds good. As I watched Lustin walk away, I let out a sigh of relief. That wasn't just a dream, was it? Also would be me. So, like, after a kiss like that, you'd be like, did I imagine that? Did we kiss? I'm like, yes. So, do you remember that night at the port and then we were talking and then, like, we kissed then, right? Yes, Spacey, we kissed. It's been 13 years. We're still together. Yes. So this is, like, real then. You're not imagining it. Yes, we've been married for like a decade. You're like, I wake up every once in a while wondering what the fuck. Are you sure you're not on drugs and you're really in love with me? Yes, I swear to God, that would drive a person nuts because that would be me. I'd be like, are you sure? Are you sure about this? Because, like, that seems crazy. I'm like, here's a question for you. You ought to be coming here soon. Oh, really? Would you go to the festival with us, or... What's your answer? You two can go without me. Yuriana was unaware of the port incident. I wasn't hiding it from her on purpose, but it felt a bit too awkward to mention it. I'll be like, I actually am going with someone, and she's going to be like, you're going with Lustin. She's going to see us. Ah, you're so secretive. Have fun, and please tell Yuan I said hi. Are you going alone? Maybe I'll find someone there. She ain't stupid. She's like, okay, girl. Good evening. Oh, good evening. Welcome. Hey, you're here. Make sure you don't drink too much tonight. Don't worry, I won't be drinking ever again. At least not anything from you, dude. Haha, then you'll have the usual. I sat at a table in the corner, and Guido brought over an elixir immediately. Oh my god. Stomach. It's lunchtime. I'm very hungry. Sounds like things were tough the other day. Guido glanced around before saying that. The tavern was usually full anyway, and the festival made everyone more lively. No one would be able to listen to us. I'm all right. Thanks for treating my injuries, Guido. It's nothing. Guido lit a match to light his cigar. It took 10 minutes for that to come up. Someone told me about your boss. Is he really gonna quit? I nodded deeply. But we talked a bit after that, and I asked him not to. What did he say? I slowly shook my head. I see. Guido pulled the cigar from his mouth and took a drink of a dark lager. I guess it's been about 3 years. Huh? Since I first talked to him. Oh. He was going crazy with the nightlife stuff, but he was a good customer. Never skipped his bills or punched other customers. Don't punch other customers, pay your bill. Got it. How to be a good bar patron. I mean, he didn't seem like he was enjoying it. Around that time, there were a lot of thugs around here, so it was pretty dangerous. It's just on a whim at first. I heard he was an excellent student in Nirvana, so I asked him partly as a joke. It's like he just wanted to go nightlife bar hopping and do all that so that people, like, discounted him, so that he would look irresponsible, and ministers would hear that, Baldia would hear that, and be like, see, he's totally irresponsible, can't be king, and then there'd be, like, no contest, you know? But he immediately said yes. I was so surprised. Then more people gathered and we started using my cellar as the hideout. They were all thugs, but weirdly enough, they all liked him. That's when I realized how good of a leader he was. Not helping his case for not wanting to be king or be a good king. Some things you can't just get by training. Oh, by trying, sorry. Yeah, you might be right. Oh. Ew. Your prince is here for you. Have fun. Yay. Oh, it's that gelato place. You want some? What flavor do you want? Hold on, Leston. Huh? I told you it's my treat today. What? No, I can't let the girl pay for me. Or a girl, sorry. It's fine. I said I'm treating you today. Fine, fine. Well, I do like that about you. Now let's go. The gelato shop was crowded with people. The clerk managed the customers skillfully, allowing us to reach the cart without having to wait too long. Wow, there were so many flavors today. It's the festival, after all. I recommend the Summer Luna flavor. We only sell it during the festival nights. Then I'll have that in espresso. Ooh. Leston, what would you like? I think I'll have lemon and pomegranate. Got it. Hold on just a second. We were waiting after placing our orders when Leston poked my arm. Leston? What's... Ah! Hey there! Hi, good evening. I love her adorable boyfriend. Yuriana! She glanced back and forth between Leston and me, seeming eager to say something. You didn't just happen to meet, right? Leston glanced at me. Well, yeah. Hey, Ariana, I'll declare this to you. Huh? She's now mine. Uriana's like, huh? He's like, back off. I know what you were thinking, Uriana. You were going to get a third in your little group here. Hey! Maybe I'm okay with that. Well, Uriana's my friend, though. But, like, her boyfriend's really cute. I'm like, whatever. Leston, we can add a fourth. Leston, have you been in the man harem? You can tell everyone you know. It can be spread all around Frontier. Excuse you? You think I'm a blabbermouth? Oh, right. You're not the kind to do that. Too bad. Yuriana, you never admitted it, so I was starting to doubt myself. But it looks like I was right. Sorry. I wasn't trying to hide it, but I couldn't find the right moment to say it. No, you just admitted it now. No, I'm not trying to tease you. I'll ask Leston about you too eventually. Yeah, ask away. Leston! Here's your Summer Luna and Espresso combo and the lemon and pomegranate. Oh! Well then, I'll see you back at the room. You want to help you enjoy the festival too. You too. Have a good night. I got the gelato and walked away quickly. I was too shy to look at Leston in the face. We walked to the warehouse district. When it became much more deserted, I stopped. Did you want to keep it a secret? No, like I said, I wasn't sure how to bring it up. I'm actually kind of relieved now. You're like, it's awkward, and I didn't want to be like, oh my god, but like, at the same time, that's what most girls would do. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Yuriana, wake up! She's like, it's 2 a.m. Just wake up! I held out his cup of gelato to him. Girls are so sensitive, huh? I'm just not used to these things. So that means I'm your first man. Can you not say it like that? It does sound awkward when you say it like that. It's just because the boys in the village tried to avoid me. Huh? Why is that? Because I was always training with the sword by my dad. I see. Thanks to that, all the undesirables were kept away. Bless your father for that. Oh, sorry. I got carried away. No, it's all right. I stuck a spoon in the gelato. It's all right now. If you say so. I really am fine. I mean it. I haven't forgotten about my village or Dad. But I guess the wounds in my heart have scabs over them now, at least. I'm glad I came to Nirvana. I've met so many people. I've thought about so many things. I even got to dress like a guy. Lustin's like, really? Well, I'm also glad I got to meet you, Lustin. You're so sweet. Lustin scooped up his gelato with the spoon. CG. Is he gonna feed us? It's kind of adorable. He looks like, sup! Oh my god, you should have some of this! That's so like a bro dude face for some reason, though. Like, it doesn't quite look like Lustin, you know what I mean? Say, huh? Open your mouth. Huh? Come on, say, I glanced around. Don't worry, no one's looking at us on a night like this. And besides, if they are, you're just feeding me gelato. You're probably right, but... Hurry up, it's melting. Oh, whatever. I relented and opened my mouth. There you go. The spoon went in my mouth and I tasted this chilly and tangy cream on my tongue. How's the pomegranate flavor? It's delicious. Then let's try the lemon next. Huh? No, I'm fine. It really does have a different color because I noticed it was pink and I was like, it's just the pomegranate, not a mix. Say, He scooped up the pale yellow gelato happily and moved it closer to my lips like you could, like the spoon is yellow. So funny. I opened my mouth again. A refreshing fragrance spread into my mouth and the gelato melted on my tongue. Is it good? I nodded in silence as the gelato melted. Me next! So funny. Wait, what? Lustin playfully opened his mouth at me. I reflexively looked around again. Hurry! But I guess it's better this way? I scooped up some of the espresso flavor and held the spoon to Lustin's open mouth. His straight, clean teeth made me blush. Imagine getting flustered over the man's teeth. Okay, hold on. I gotta give the bird a break again. He's getting fidgety and we're a little over time. I know, buddy. I'm very sorry. I know. There you go. Good boy. Thank you. Thanks for the food. Lustin licked the gelato off with the tip of his tongue. That, when he's licking the spoon off, then you're like, okay, sir, simmer down. Simmer down with the sexiness. I scooped some of the summer Luna flavor and moved the spoon back to his lips. Again, he licked it clean. With that one, they don't show. Huh, I want to know what color the summer Luna one is. Oh, so this is what it tastes like. What is this? It's delicious, but sort of tastes like liquor and berries. And also some nuts. That's what I was wondering. What does the summer Luna taste like? Yeah, it's a mix of a lot of flavors. I was glad to finally be released from this mortifying act. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it, but it was still embarrassing. Oh, it's starting. Oh, the little background with the lights. I'm so fucking hungry. I was gonna stop when we were on the way, and I was like, it might not be. And I was like, a bad choice. It was a bad choice. I'm just really fucking hungry. So, I looked to the sea and saw soft lights scattered in the night sky. This is one of those games where some scenes are really short and some are really long, and you just never know what you're gonna get. And it always seems like the long ones happen right as we're getting close to the end of a part. And then I'm like, it'll be a short scene, and then it's a long one. Which normally I don't mind, but I'm fucking starving right now. My stomach is eating itself, so it's slightly uncomfortable. Lustin, what are those? Oh, you didn't know? Those are lanterns. You write your wish on them and float them out to sea.
If it flies high, the wish will be granted.
Oh, wow. The lanterns rapidly increased in number. At first there were only a few, but soon countless floated up into the sky. It reminded me of the lunaria flowers.
Anyone can write their wish. Want to go?
A wish? I looked at the lanterns dancing in the sky. My wish was... It immediately came to my mind, but I didn't want the person standing next to me to see or know about it. I think I'm fine.
Are you sure? There's no need to be shy.
I'm good. Just the sight of it makes it feel like my wish is already being heard. I'll make my wish right here.
You're so modest.
Did you want to write something, Lustin? Maybe we should go after all.
Oh, no.
Lustin gazed upward at the night sky. It was lit by the moon, stars, and lanterns. I knew I'd never forget this sight as I watched with Lustin. That's a transition! We transitioned away. I'm counting it. I know we're in the middle of the scene, but I'm starving to death. So, and I do need to go. So, we're going to stop in the middle here, and we'll come back when I'm not as oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.